Hello, my name's Kate Rogers and I'm a barrister at Radcliffe Chambers. I practice in commercial and insolvency law, and I've been asked to talk to you for a couple of minutes today about what students can do to stand out from the crowd in the pupillage application process other than their academic skills. So Radcliffe Chambers, as with most chambers, receives a lot of applications each year for pupillage. So it's important that you think about what you can do to make yourself, to set yourself apart from the crowd whilst you're at university or on the BPTC, or even then when you finished and are making pupillage applications. I'm going to share with you today 8 tips that I think help in any application process. So number 1, first of all, advocacy experience or public speaking experience. Absolutely key, of course, to those who are aspiring barristers. Many universities or BPTC courses run various forms of extracurricular activity, advocacy and public speaking activities such as mooting, debating, or competitions. There's various competitions you can become involved in, not just in mooting and debating. There's also something such as the National Interviewing Competition, which gives you a bit of public speaking experience. Secondly, undertake practical work experience. So if you're applying for pupillage at Radcliffe Chambers, I would guess that you have been doing chancery mini pupillages at various different sets, maybe even Radcliffe Chambers. That's obviously very important, but if you've also applied for mini pupillages at other sets or internships or work experience in a solicitor's firm, then also, of course, do them and tell us about them. It may be that trying out a different area of law or working in a solicitor's firm was what gave you the final push to know that a career at the Chancery Bar was what you were looking for. Number 3, are there any projects, pro bono work or charity work that you can become involved in? So, for example, way back when I was at university, I was involved in something called the Innocence Project, which is actually not related to chancery law at all, but it is a pro bono project, and pro bono projects in general are of interest to chambers to hear about your commitment and you're giving something back to the legal community. Number 4, consider writing an article. Written work is a very important part of practice at the Chancery Bar. Think about a topic that interests you and one which you can then go on to discuss in any interview that you're invited to. Once you've written an article, there are various avenues to get it published, from anything from, there might be a university magazine to aspiring lawyers' online blogs, or any more formal publication for student lawyers. Number 5, get involved in committees. Committees are often formed at university and perhaps also on the BPTC. And these committees, being a member of a committee or even taking a leadership role in a committee, can demonstrate your commitment, your organisational skills, and if you do take a leadership role, so any kind of leadership skills. Number 6, do you have any interesting hobbies that we could hear about? Certainly many applicants do include their hobbies on their forms, and chambers want to know about them. Do you have something outside of the academic world that would be of interest to the panel who are reading your application and who may be interviewing you? Number 7, for those of you who've finished studying and are moving on to look for a job before hopefully securing pupillage, think about whether the job role that you're applying for is something that will assist you in gaining pupillage, in that it will help you stand out from the crowd and perhaps stand out from others who haven't yet been involved in the working world. Number 8, finally, once you've undertaken all those experiences, you've done as much as you can in terms of extracurricular activity, you've tried to build your CV as much as you can. The important point then comes to putting it all down on paper and writing about it persuasively. Persuasive writing, of course, is an important skill of any aspiring barrister, and you should see any application form or covering letter, if you're applying to Radcliffe Chambers, as being a piece of written work in itself, and make sure it reads well and reads like a polished piece of written work. And finally, just to say, to remember when answering any application form or writing a covering letter, putting your CV together, remember to work on the evidence basis. So use all the above and the various extracurricular activities that you've done to demonstrate why you have the necessary skills that are required of a pupil barrister. Best of luck with applications, and thank you very much for listening today.